All right, guys. Hi, Ken Blumberg with another episode of Get Real with Ken Blumberg. I was going to do a longer intro to this video, but this call is so good and you're going to get so much value out of it. I figured I should just get right to the meat and potatoes. If you're looking to learn how to do probate like an absolute expert, go ahead and watch this entire video, then give me a like and subscribe to the channel. This is the first call that I made in a calling session. I've already referred this client to another agent up in Overton. I figured it was easier for her to work it than it was for me. I'll upload that intro video as well. I should make $3,000 to $4,000 just in a referral fee. But yeah, this will show you just how easy cold calling can be if you do it right, if you have the right system in place. All right, guys, one last quick caveat. I was going through this video. I see that the audio and the video is not synced up properly, but it really doesn't matter. I do apologize. I'll try to get better at that. But the audio is what you really want to listen to, the conversation and how smoothly it went. Again, watch this video to the end and you will learn a ton. All right, guys, enjoy.
Hello?
Yeah, hello, Michael.
Yes.
Yeah, hi, Michael. My name is Ken Blumberg, and I'm kind of playing detective tonight. So I appreciate you playing along with me and taking a couple minutes to talk to me, Michael. But my understanding is that maybe you inherited a home on Ramos Ranch Road here in Overton, Nevada. Do I have that right, Michael?
Yes.
Hey, appreciate you letting me know that. Um, that also makes me believe that maybe it had somebody pass recently. Yeah, may I ask, was that person close to you, and are you doing okay?
Oh, I'm fine. That was my mother.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I'm so sorry to hear that.
What is this pertaining to?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I just wanted to say my condolences to you because my mom's in a nursing home right now, and it's pretty awful. I mean, she's like rail thin, and I wasn't really close to my mom, but it's still very sad to see her in that condition. So my condolences to you, Michael. But yeah, hey, the reason I was calling you is I help people with probate. Um,
Mm-hmm.
my company is called Making Probate Easy. I'm with a company called Real Broker, and for the past 3 years, I specialize in probate. So some of the things I can help you with are getting a cash advance if you're struggling to make your payments on the house while you're going through the probate court. I know that can take quite some time, but I can help you get
Yeah,
furniture.
I got an appointment on the 4 October.
Oh, you do?
4th.
Okay. Well, that's they might be speeding up now a little bit, but still that's a
Because of the COVID, yeah.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, the COVID probably put everything in put a drag on everything. So yeah, a month's not too bad. I mean, I still wish it was faster than that for people like yourself. I personally
Well,
don't.
it's been a year, so
Oh wow, okay, yeah, and
it's been over a year.
I
And
personally don't think people can mourn properly until they take care of the real estate. I mean, you got to pay utilities and insurance, and it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a burden. Um,
right, right.
but again, some of the things I can help you with is a cash advance, selling furniture out of the home, maybe getting stuff donated or thrown away depending on the condition. But I'm full service. I change locks in properties, put cameras up just to make sure the property's secure. The longer a property is vacant, the greater the chance it might get broken into. But all the way down the line, Michael, to getting a cash offer or helping you sell on the resale market, just depending on the
Mm-hmm.
condition of the property and what you're looking for as far as speed wise and you know uh, what would best suit your needs. Basically, there's a bunch of ways I can help you. I just typically try to find out what somebody wants and then go from
Right.
there. But do you
Right now, I can't do nothing until the probate is complete.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally understand the process. Michael, were you thinking about moving into the house or renting it out, or were you thinking about maybe getting it sold?
At, at one time, I was planning on moving into it once I retired,
Mm-hmm.
but that got all changed the way that the will was actually written. And now, after talking with my nieces and nephews, uh, because my brother passed away before my mom, and he was the other beneficiary. So that made them the next beneficiary, where I gave them the option of either letting me move into the house once I get ready to retire, or whatever they want to do with the property. So now they said they want to sell it.
Right.
So I have to basically get what I need out of the house, and then basically sell the property.
Right. Understood.
So
I mean, that's
right now I can't really do anything, and I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place right now.
yeah. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that you've been going through this for a year, and I'm also sorry that you're not able to move into the house. I mean, as much as I'm trying to get a deal and help people and earn a living, it's expensive to sell and to buy. And when people tell me they're going to hold on to the house, like I'm like, hey, God bless you if you can afford it and you like it, and you don't, you're comfortable living there, then you probably should hang on to the house.
I mean, I would have, but I'm trying to do by the wishes of my nephews and nieces and what my mom put inside her will. So
Right. Well, again, and that's what makes you an honorable person, and that hopefully they really appreciate it now. And if I don't know how old they are or young they are, but hopefully they really appreciate you being a good person now and abiding by what your mom's wishes were and taking care of them. Hopefully that brings you closer as a family. I mean, that's really really great of you.
Yeah. I mean, we're still close in that. It's just it was a disappointment.
Right.
I was I'm only maybe 2 more years before I getting ready to retire, and then now that just changed all my plans. So
Gotcha.
I can't do nothing.
Yeah. Well, again,
Yeah.
I guess if it was in your control, then it might be different. But since it's your mom's wishes,
Correct.
But I guess the point I'm making, Michael, is that it sounds like you're handling it like a real gentleman, like a great person. Because I deal with probate, like I said, for the past 3 years, basically almost exclusively. I still work my referrals and things like that, but but you get into crazy situations where people don't get along. Even though it's somebody's wishes that this had happened, they still don't want to do it. People are fighting over just items in the house, and you'd think if you lost your mom or your dad, you'd see the bigger picture and just try to cooperate like what you're doing.
I agree.
So even though you're doing what your mom's wishes are, the way you're handling it is very I really respect that, and I can see that you're an honorable person.
Well, I told them straight up, and I'll tell you the same thing. I told them, hey, I don't want no bickering. I don't want no fighting. If the first thing I hear about it, everything's gone, and you won't get nothing.
Right.
So beg to differ.
Right.
Do what you got to do.
Yeah, but again, right, and it sounds like, hey, there's no reason for them to bicker or complain because you're going to do the right thing.
Right.
So as far as the house, Michael, is it already empty, or do you need to get?
No, it's not empty.
Okay, so you're going to need to
get partially empty, but I got to get the rest of the stuff out, which I want to keep, and then I got to sell. What I'm going to probably do when I get ready is sell it as is, with everything some of the furniture that's inside the house, the stuff that's inside the barn, whatever I can't keep. I got to get a couple of cars out of there. Once that's done, then I can put it up for sale.
Gotcha.
And it's going to be a one-time price.
Right.
Take it as is.
Right. Okay. Yeah, understood. And I can help you, get items out of the house. I mean, that's definitely, it's what I do. I have different crews for different things, cleaning crew, somebody that can do repairs on the house, somebody that can help me just get furniture out of the house. And usually it's got to be over $5,000, but I have auction companies as well. But it sounds like there's maybe there's stuff in the house, but it's not all that valuable. Do I have that right?
Well, the valuable stuff that I want to keep, I still have to get. But,
right, and
it's more sentimental.
Sentimental, right? Absolutely. And are you planning to come out to the house, or do you want somebody to like box that stuff up and mail it out to you?
No, I plan on coming back out to the house. It's just when I can get time. I mean, I got to take time off my work and everything else. So
right. Yeah.
It's not like I'm just down the street.
Yeah, no, I get it. I mean, and I know this is crazy, but I think you're in Colorado, if I understand it correctly.
Nope.
Oh, is that not?
Nope, not in Colorado.
Oh, okay.
Nope.
All right. Well,
long ways away from there.
Oh, really? Okay. Did you maybe live in Colorado at some point? Colorado
never
Springs.
My daughter lives there.
Okay.
But she has nothing to do with any of this. So, and her name isn't even on anything. So I don't know how anybody has even found anything about her being, involved in any of it.
Right. Well, let me.
She got a message today.
Yeah.
I think she got a message today about pretty much the same thing.
Of course.
I got the same message that she got, but I'm going, and she's wondering also, hey, I got this message, about, the property and the house and probate and this and that. And she's going, I don't even know how they got my number or my email.
Yeah. Well, let me explain that to you just so you understand and so you can relay it to her if you feel like it. So, most people are either buying leads, or they're going down to the Clark County Courthouse. Like I'm down there every Friday working with, different probates. Not every Friday, but most Fridays. So I get the records from the county, and then I do what's called skip tracing, which means you're basically finding anybody who's related to the deceased and to the property address. And then I like to call people. Like all this, like bombarding people with texts and emails and all that stuff. It's not my style. Like you and I are having like a legitimate conversation. You sound like a stand-up guy and a cool person, and it sounds like you're being honest with me, and I'm being honest with you. So it's my style to call and try to win rapport, and then I can show you all my reviews, and I can prove how long I've been in the business, etc. But I kind of feel like texting is like a coward's way to try to contact somebody, or maybe it's just not my style. I mean, I guess if it works for somebody else, then hey, it works. But I like to pick up the phone and introduce myself. I guess I'm more old fashioned like that. But that's how that's how they're getting your information. When you file probate, it becomes public record. And then, there's companies that aggregate that data, and there's people that go to the courthouses and get that personally.
Well, the thing is, though, I mean, my daughter's never lived in Las Vegas. So, I mean, she's was staying there with my mom for a little bit, but she never lived there.
Gotcha. But
she's always lived in Colorado or in Germany. So, and she's been in Colorado, she's going on 13, 14 years. So I don't even know how they even got her number or address.
Well, again, it's probably because she lived at the house. So then she's associated with the address.
Not at this house. That's what I'm saying. Not even at this house.
Okay.
So I don't even know how they even got any of that information.
Right. I'm just saying, I mean, when I send it out to the
Yeah.
company that finds the data, like I don't know exactly what they're going
Right.
to come back with. They just try to get anybody that's associated with the deceased and anybody who's associated with that address. And then,
Right.
typically I
Right.
get five or six numbers and maybe a couple addresses. And again, I always just say, "Hey, I'm playing detective," because I don't know which ones are going to be right or wrong. Um,
Right.
so I try to be, honest. Like I have some information, but I don't have all the information. Um,
Hmm.
and again, just but try to introduce myself and offer my services, and then like I said, if you maybe need some help, if you haven't chosen a realtor as of yet or an investor as of yet, then the next step I would probably want to send you comparable sales for the property, just so we can establish what the fair market value should be. And then I'd
Right.
also send you some information about myself, just so you could see that I'm not a fly by night or a newbie to the space. I've been in real estate
Right.
for
Right.
the past 18 years, and I've sold
Right.
hundreds of properties. And I have a couple bad reviews, but the vast majority of them are really good. And I could even have you talk to some of my past probate clients if you wanted to. Just so you know, with a high level of confidence, you're in good hands. But Michael, did you
Yeah.
have you chosen anyone to help you with the sale
Nope.
of the house?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. No.
I mean, like I said, you seem like a person I could really I'd feel great about working with. Because again, I mean, just what I want to work with, somebody who's realistic, somebody who's a good person, somebody who has a goal, and that there's a high likelihood I'm going to be able to make that person pretty happy. You seem like
Hmm.
that kind of person. I mean, would you be open to
Oh yeah. Well,
considering working with
I
me?
mean, I'm open, for consideration right now.
Yeah,
But right now I don't have anything to do.
a
I
hundred
mean,
percent.
until I can get that. I mean, because I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place with the probate courts. I, my mom passed away on the 31st of March of last year,
Right. Okay.
and I've been doing this whole thing since then. So we're coming up on a little almost a year and a half in October or this month, one of the two. So I mean, it's just been a hassle until I can get anything, because I still got to do the banks. I still got to do the her insurance. I got to I got everything.
Right.
So and most of it was because I wasn't put on as the executor or one of the executors between me and my brother. So now I got to go through and I've been gone for 40 years.
Oh wow. Where have you
And
been?
then,
When you say
you know,
you're gone, where
I
were?
was in Germany, Texas, Korea, Philippines. I mean, I travel all over the world.
Oh wow. Okay. Is that
So I mean, and that's living and working all over the place.
right? Oh,
So now, and I've been gone from Vegas since '87.
oh, you did live out here at one point. Okay.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was born and raised in Vegas, but I left in the military in '87, and I haven't been. I've been back for vacation and that, but I've been away from home since then.
Right. Right. Okay. And
So
that's what I was going to ask. You're in the military. That's why you travel so much.
uh, yeah, yeah, and now I'm currently in Texas, so I got to travel from here all the way to Texas or to Vegas to take care of the property, and then come back. So I'm only limited to amount of time that I can do everything.
Right. Yeah.
So right now it's what do I do?
Right.
Until I can get everything in hand, paperwork in hand, then I can decide, okay, who I'm going to go and talk to about trying to sell the property, sell any of the stuff that I have in the in the house, or throwing it out or giving it away, whatever.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of stuff in there I could give away, which basically clothes and things like that would be needed for, families. But furniture and that, I got a lot of furniture.
Yeah.
I got a couple of cars that don't run.
But you're planning on taking those?
What's that?
You're planning on taking the cars?
No. I already have there's one car that I got to get. It's in the garage.
Gotcha. The other one, are you going to try to?
Then the other ones, I'm not really worried about. If I can sell them, I can sell them. If not, then they can go to the next owner and he can have the titles.
Right. Or if they're not really that valuable, then you probably want to call, like, say, a local junkyard, or, there's a lot of services where they'll come and they'll just pay you like $200, $500 and take the car away. Again, I don't know what I don't know.
If I can find that, that'd be great too.
Yeah.
I got some trailers, car haulers, it's just a lot of, stuff that's there that needs to go away.
Definitely.
So,
yeah.
If I can just put it in with the house and say, hey, this is everything that was in the house. This is what I want. You're willing to take it? Fine. If not, next person.
Right.
I'm not going to fight. I could bring down the price a little bit, but, there's a certain price that I want. And, hopefully I can get what I'm asking.
Got it. May I ask you what you're thinking the house is worth?
At least right now, the property, the barn, and, everything there right now is minimum of $300K.
Got you. Okay. All right. And
Could
what
it be worth more with everything? Yes.
Well, the thing is, and I'll send you some comparables if that's okay.
Sure.
The thing is with the stuff at the house, the right buyer might want that stuff and they might be willing to pay a little bit more for the house because they're going to get that stuff. And there are probably going to be other people that just say, hey, I don't want any of it. All I want's the house. But I would be able to help you better assess that if I was able to go over there and kind of see what's there and the condition of things.
Yeah.
The other thing
Well,
too.
right now everything is all locked up. So.
Yeah. Well.
Plus, I got cameras. I got cameras. The gate's locked. I got people looking after the property. I got Metro looking after the property.
Great.
So I mean, I know what I got there.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I'll send you my reviews shortly after. So obviously, you trust that you're talking to somebody who's legitimate, but you don't know that for sure. So I'll send you my information, and definitely I would never go over there without permission. And ideally, I go over there when you're in town, so I meet you, and then we can walk the property,
Right.
and you can kind of show me what you want to keep, what you don't want to keep, and then we can assess it together. The other thing, Michael,
Right.
though, is when you do try to sell personal items with the property, if the buyer is getting a loan, then it can be a little bit more complicated because the lenders typically don't want to see personal property mixed in with the real estate, because then they have to evaluate what that personal property is worth. So normally you want to separate any personal property from the real estate and have a separate bill of sale on that stuff.
Yeah.
But that being said, if somebody knows that they're going to get the car, a couple cars for $1 and some of the other stuff for $1, are they willing to pay an extra 5 or 10,000 or 15,000? Certainly, some people will. Depending on the functionality of that stuff that you're leaving behind. And appraisals are, you'd like to think that if one appraiser goes over there and appraises the house, they're always going to appraise it at the same value, but that's not really the case. A lot of times appraisers try to sell the property for what it's under contract for. Like I have a property that
Hmm.
I recently sold as a probate property. There was nothing in the vicinity that sold over like 310,000. We listed it at 375. Um, we got an offer at 385. I told the client that, hey, there's a decent probability that the appraiser is going to bring it in lower. I just don't know how low, and maybe we'll get it full price. So what happened is the appraiser didn't give us the extra. I think it was 380, not 385, but he came in with
Right.
his appraisal at 375. So we definitely got a higher appraisal than anybody else in the whole neighborhood. His
Right.
house was
Right.
unique because it had two car garage when most didn't, and he fixed up the house. So credit to him for doing such a great job on the rehab of the property.
Right.
But I'm just saying appraisals can be elastic, I guess is the point I'm making.
Well.
Um,
Oh yeah.
yeah. But what about the house itself, Michael? Does it need some work or is it in pretty good
Oh
condition?
yeah. It definitely needs work.
Okay. And when you say it needs work, does it have like severe water damage or is it just kind of dated or
Well, it's an older trailer. I think 1972 or 1968. I believe there possibly might be some water damage. I know some of the floors are rotting out. Um, but that's all I really know about the trailers.
okay?
The other trailer is there's a double wide, and then there's another single wide that's right next to it, but they're
Gotcha.
not attached.
Okay, do you know if the double wide if it's real property or not?
Real property, what do you mean?
Yeah, that means it's attached to the foundation. So
It is on a foundation. I
okay,
don't know if I think it might be just bricks and then laid in there.
okay. Well, I
I
can
don't think it's like a slab, like what is that? Not a mobile home, what's the name of it? Modular home,
right,
where they go out and they build the foundation like a regular house and then they put, the house on top.
right.
No,
Do you know?
it's just a regular fifth wheel, or a regular mobile home trailer that I think is just laid in there, and then they have a brick sides. It's got a patio that's all concrete, so it's basically built around that. And
Right,
then the other one is up in the air.
and do you know if you own the land or if the land is rented?
Yes,
You
no, it's owned.
okay? I'll help you. I'll help you determine if it's real property. Because that's a big difference as far as what you can sell the home for.
Yeah,
If
I mean, as far as it's real property, it's property.
well, real no,
And they've been living in they've been living in the house since what? 90.
right. Oh, okay, but let me explain what I mean by real property. Real property is a designation given to the home by the county because there's a lot of
Yeah,
there's like at least three different classifications of trailers. One is a trailer that's on rented property, so that's not considered real
right.
property. And then there's
No.
a trailer that sits on owned property, but it's not affixed. I don't really know.
Well, it has an address.
Right, but
It has the street address.
right. Well, when I and I'll do research. I'm probably not going to do it tonight, but I'll do it tomorrow morning, and I'll go to the county assessor, and on the counter assessor, it usually says if it's real property or not. But again,
Right.
there's three classifications: a trailer on land that somebody else owns. There's a trailer on land that you own, but it's not affixed. And then there's a trailer that's on land that you own that is affixed, and the county recognizes it as real property. The big difference
Yeah.
is if it's real property that it can be financed, And if it's financeable, then the probability you're going to get a lot more money goes up, because people
Yeah.
will, like our whole system is finance, right? They want you in a loan on everything. But if it's not real property, right, that's the way they lock you in, and they like make revenue off of you for forever. But if it's not real property, then it will probably have to be sold cash, or you would have.
I believe it is real property. I believe it is.
Okay.
Now, the other thing that's also on there is there's a barn. It's a red building that I can't really even say how long it is. Maybe 60 by 60, maybe, square.
You said that's
in the back.
A bar?
A barn.
Oh, barn. Gotcha.
Or a small shed.
Right.
Small shed, whatever.
Right.
And then I have another, I call it a barn, but it's a big old metal fabricated building that was put up. I want to say it's a single door. Let's see, probably, if I'm conservative, 60 by 100 foot, if not a little bit more.
Okay, so barn, like one of those building. So it's basically it's like an aluminum or like a shed.
Yeah.
Okay. So
yeah, it's it's an aluminum fabricated building.
Right.
It looks like a regular warehouse. It looks like a warehouse building.
Got it. And it's got a front door on it? Like a rolling...
It's got a door on it.
Rolling
door?
It's
got a one door, and it's got a rolling door. It's got a regular walk-through door. So...
Cool. So somebody's got some quads or some off-road vehicles or a bunch of classic cars or whatever, a boat.
Correct.
They have some good storage there.
Correct. Very good storage.
Awesome.
Matter of fact, that's what I need to get out.
Yeah. And that will definitely provide some extra value, and that will change the dynamic of who you'll get to write an offer on it, right? Somebody who does want that kind of storage, or somebody who has a garage, they work out of the house.
It could be a work shed.
Yeah.
It could be a woodworking or a metal fabricating building.
Right.
There's all different types of things it can be used for. Yeah.
Yeah, sculptures, exactly. whatever. Yeah, sky's the limit. But hey, Michael, do you know if did your mom have a loan on the property, and does she have a balance on that loan?
It's paid.
Okay. Did she ever have a loan?
When she matter of fact, I think she bought it straight out back when they bought it, cash.
She got it cash. Okay.
So I don't think there was ever a loan on it.
Okay, and again, the reason I'm asking that again is because to kind of.
And if there was, I really didn't know anything about it. But if so, then it's already been paid off.
Right. Perfect. Okay, makes sense. Hey, are you available tomorrow? Like I said, I'm probably gonna wrap it up for the evening, and I do really appreciate you taking so much time with me.
If you want to call me tomorrow night, you can call me tomorrow night.
Oh, it's tomorrow.
I'm in Texas, and right now it's 9:19 right now.
So sorry, called you a little on the later side. I appreciate that.
I got another couple hours, so.
Hey, thank you.
Because I work at 3:00 in the afternoon is when I work, my time. So that would be, 1 o'clock by you?
Yes. Yeah, well, it's 7 right now. Yeah, so it's 9 there. Yeah, 7:19 right now.
1 o'clock in the afternoon, anytime after 1, your time.
Okay.
Because I was just talking to my lawyer and trying to, she just told me that, everything got approved for the probate hearing on the 4th. They might send out a letter before that or something. I don't know how the thing works, but I'm just waiting on her, and everybody to say, well, okay, it belongs to me, and then I can do whatever I need to do
Right.
to get rid of it.
Right.
So,
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, again, so sorry you had to wait a year. Did they say why it took a year? I mean, that's longer than it normally takes.
well, I can say part of it was when she passed,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have access to any of her accounts or her bank.
Mm-hmm.
So I looked all over trying to find a will and couldn't find one. And then when I went back in December of last year, I was able to find the will, ended up giving that to the lawyer. So she basically pretty much had to rewrite everything. So
Gotcha.
that's all I pretty much know, because without a will, it was still somewhat easier because I was the only kin. But now that we do have the will, it changes everything. So,
Absolutely.
but I'm still going by what the will was going through.
Yeah, and again,
Or state.
yeah, the it feels like it's gone crazy. So when I talk to somebody who's honorable and like a good person, like I really try to just let them know, hey, I really respect that. Yeah, it just seems like right now in the world, yeah, it's hard to find honorable people. So I really respect that you're.
I'll agree with you there.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it just seems harder and harder to get people that are rational and like hey, this is the right thing, so I'm just going to do it because it's the right thing, not try to get away with anything I possibly can. So yeah, I really respect that. And I will say though, it just doing this, being in probate for the past 3 years, it really makes me realize that like you need to have a trust. Do you own it?
And that's what I would say for anybody.
Yeah.
Or any family, to make sure you get a trust.
Yeah.
If I would have had a trust, I wouldn't be going through all this BS.
Absolutely.
So
absolutely. I was going to say, I mean,
this all could have been handled a long time ago.
Oh, absolutely.
But yeah, I've had a couple of friends. Matter of fact, one of my coworkers, her mom just passed away, and I told her, I said, you need to get a trust. Your dad's not too much farther behind her.
Yeah, yeah.
So I don't know if she is, but it's just one of those things. You never think about it until last minute.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean,
now it's
yeah,
it's too late.
Yeah, I guess the wealthy are the people that think about trust, right? Because then they're more financially educated.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
They teach their kids, but yeah, for most of us, like you said, we don't think about it until like it's either too late or at the very end when you're trying to rush, and it's much harder to get it accomplished.
Right.
But anyway, yeah, I mean, again, sounds like you're very competent, and it's just a longer process, but you'll get through it. And like I said, I've helped many people get through the process, and yeah, I think the very first step is, again, getting you some comparable sales, and number one is finding out if it's real property, which, like I said, I'll do the research tomorrow, and then I'll reach back out to you.
Okay, that'll work. I appreciate it.
Yeah, my pleasure, Michael. And again, my name is Ken Blumberg, and like I said, my company is Making Probate Easy, but the name of the brokerage that I work for is Real Broker. And you're showing my cell phone number on your phone, 702-809-5734.
Let me see here. Yep.
Okay, perfect.
That's exactly it.
Excellent. So what I'm going to do tonight, though, I'm going to send you just a link to my Zillow reviews and my picture and the name of my company, etc. Just so if you want to look me up, like I said, just so you know. I mean, I think you trust me, but just so you can go to Zillow and look at all my reviews and how many homes I've sold, and see that I am who I'm telling you I am.
Okay.
So
too easy.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I'll text you. I'll text you that stuff, and then like we discussed, I'll follow up with you after 1 p.m. my time tomorrow.
Okay, that'll work. I appreciate it.
All right, Mike. Yeah, yeah. Hey, thank you so much. Yeah, great talking to you. I really appreciate it too.
Uh,
Uh,
all right, sir.
all right. Have a wonderful
You have a
night.
good evening.
Hey, you too.
All right, bye.
All right. Bye bye. All right, guys. Like I said, the audio didn't line up with the video. It's super frustrating when you know you did what you were supposed to do and the software didn't work properly. But anyway, you get the idea. The idea is to have a conversation that is very easy, that flows absolutely smoothly, and the client basically just gets such a sense that you are a good person and that you are knowledgeable, and they are actually eager and happy to work with you. Now, with this particular client, because it's Overton and not Las Vegas, Henderson, or North Las Vegas, I've already referred that deal out. I introduced them over the phone. I recorded that, so hopefully the audio and video work better on that introduction. Definitely wanted to record that because there's an art to doing a proper introduction as well. But yeah, that was a perfect call. That's something that you should model, and that's just something that should give you a lot of comfort that when you get on the phone and you start talking to people, many times the conversation will just go extremely well and it will flow, and that client will just be very happy and willing to work with you. Because I know sometimes we get in our heads and we think it's going to be difficult, and we think it's a whole ordeal and it's going to be traumatic, and we build up this whole nightmare scenario in our heads, and it's really just not the case. This niche is so amazing. It's changed my life, and I hope it changes yours. So, guys, like the video, subscribe to the channel. If you want to partner with me, I would love to talk to you. You can give me a call. My information's below in the description of the video. Again, you can absolutely do this yourself, but with my 5 years of knowledge in probate, in my 17 or 18 years in real estate in general, I know I can get you up to speed way faster than you would otherwise. So if you want to partner with me, reach out to me. I'm here for you. But again, I hope you enjoy the video, and I will see you on the next one. Thanks so much for watching.